I am looking forward to this topic, which is about an overview of time and price associated with custom web design projects. And I want to have some fun. I brought the paper, I borrowed a pen, I got my phone, I got everything.
Hopefully it works. If not, I got a backup
So
right here.
let's just have some fun with this.
Let's see what's up.
I've mentioned to you in a previous conversation that I at times am approached by companies or by individuals that say, hey, our budget is $1,000 for a custom project.
Yes.
And I truly believe it's not their fault. They just don't understand, right? You know, there's a tint place in Las Vegas that it came to my mind. They say, we fix $99 tint jobs, I think is their little motto, right?
Nice shtick.
Yeah, it's a good one. And I'm going to say,
it.
I fix $1,000 websites, okay? It's not going to work.
If you have a $1,000 website, tune in.
Tune in. And I want to provide as much value as I possibly can, but I also want to be realistic.
Yeah.
Okay. And for me to bring the A team, for me to bring everything that I possibly can to the table, there is a price appended to it. And you're going to come up with the numbers, not me. I'm just going to tell you some rough things and we're going to figure some calculations
Fantastic.
here. Okay. So let me break this into a couple of points. Let's say that there is a kind of a discovery phase of a project, right? And after that, and we agree.
Oh, I don't get that for free?
Let's say that then there's certainly a design phase.
Correct.
There's a development phase.
Okay.
And
Discovery, design, development.
Let's call it QA/post launch. I'm not even talking about management into the future. I'm just saying that there's some basic categories. I can't be expected to immediately grasp everything it is that you do in your business or what you want. Some time and effort needs to go into this process, okay?
Yes.
Maybe it's a couple of hours of us having conversations, you're vetting me, you're making sure you like my portfolio.
You're sharing your existing website with you.
Showing the existing site, getting a scope of work, having to understand what does this thing take in order, like what do we even want here and why? Like, oh, you have a 7-page website and you want 15 pages now. Why? Or you have 25 pages on your existing website that many of which people don't go to. Maybe we should reduce it down. So let's just say there's a 4 or 5 hours of time. Let's just call it 4 hours that's applied to the discovery phase where we're like, this is what we're doing. This is the scope of work, et cetera. Okay. Right. A competent professional that is essentially, let's call it managing the project. How much should such a person charge on an hourly basis in order to scope this? Even if it was a different person than me, the vendor you're hiring, just throw a number.
I think it's got to be $100 at least an hour.
Okay, so fine. So that equals $400 right there. Let's just make it easy.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a price appended to just figuring out what the heck are we doing, right? Okay, let's talk about the design. I'm going to take a 10-page informational website here, okay, to be designed. What does that mean? Okay, we use Figma. Figma is a custom tool that essentially means we're designing everything in advance. We are not just going to WordPress and screwing around in a live environment or any environment. Figma first. Okay, so here's how it works. Homepage. We have to create mock-ups of a style, a brand, right? We're going to have a conversation. I'm going to say, what do you like? What do you love about it? Why, right? All these questions in discovery.
Show me other examples.
Show me what you want. They have to go into the design phase, okay? And we're realistically going to spend half a day or a day going and just on the home page, okay?
It's the most important page.
Let's just say it's 8 hours, for example. I'm going to present it to you. We just did this on your franchise
site.
Okay.
We did.
Let's just pretend here. Okay. So we spend a day or so. My lead designer is going to spend an entire day minimum on this. And frankly, in creative endeavors, sometimes you hit it out of the ballpark right away. Sometimes it takes more time.
Yeah.
This isn't accounting. This isn't black and white. This is a creative endeavor. So we've got that. I present it to you. You're going to have some comments. You're going to have some feedback, right? It's going to take an hour or 2 hours or something like that in order to perfect the homepage, okay?
Yes.
That's one page, desktop version only, okay? Gotcha. Now you got 9 other pages that I need to content for, and I need to go through your Google Drive, and I need to go through all of your creative assets, whatever you have or don't have. Yeah. Maybe you have the content for these pages. Maybe you don't. Let me be realistic here, okay? Let's append to the remaining site the 9 other pages, desktop version of them.
Okay.
What do you think is reasonable of a time frame? Another
day?
Just
the desktop. Wow. Okay.
Day and a half? 10, 15 hours?
At least 8 hours. At least.
Fine. Add 8 hours, which is being fast.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's just say that. And let's say by some stroke of luck,
Yeah.
You have no comments whatsoever. Okay. That's not going to happen.
That never happens.
It never happens. You're going to have comments. Let's add another
Let's go
2 hours. Let's
Okay.
be fast. We're
Okay.
experts supposedly in this, right? So
Right.
we got to be very fast. We've now designed the entire site in desktop view. Okay.
Yeah.
We then have to convert it to mobile view. Okay. I've got to take the approved designs, and it's a manual, less creative, more manual process to
Yes.
create it into mobile versions, right? Because we need to know what the heck is this thing supposed to look like in mobile?
Exactly.
How stupid would it be if I went to development of desktop and didn't know what the mobile was going to look like? Makes no sense.
That would not be good.
So let's just say we need 8 hours for
About 50% of people use their phones for everything. So, yeah.
more, I'd say. So
Yeah, maybe.
8 hours for the mobile design. And then hold on, we also need to export the files from Figma in a professional manner, which takes time. I'm just going to include that in the 8 hours.
Oh, my goodness.
Design
How
all the
generous.
Thank you. Design all the mobile versions and then take all of these files and give it to a developer in such a way where it's easy for them. The naming conventions of the file. It's not rectangle-x234579.png. It's home 1, home 2, home 3, home 4.
It's
And they're not
properly outlined.
2 megabyte images. They're compressed sufficiently to be great. Okay. All
Oh
this
my
thing
goodness.
matters. Okay. If we're going to do it right. So we're talking about design here. What is a realistic price to pay a world-class designer with 15 plus years of experience in what they do? What's a reasonable price?
I mean, I don't know, $150 an hour. What did they make?
I don't want to bias
Let's call
here.
it 150.
150.
at least.
Okay. So you're saying to me 150. So let's pull the calculator
8,
out.
10, 18.
This is 8, 10,
28.
18, 28 hours times,
Times
you're saying $150 is $4,200, okay, that you've appended here. Okay. So that's 400. And I'm not coming up with these numbers. You
know.
are. This is 4,600 we're at now. Okay. Now, what about the development of the site? Okay.
This is the actual going on WordPress and building it.
I want you to understand. We're in Figma. We have approved desktop versions. We have approved mobile versions. We
Now
have
you
a
gotta
professional export of all of the files. But hey,
Yeah.
a developer with 10 plus years of experience, I don't work with people with less experience than that. Not arbitrarily, it's just they happen to have lots of experience, the
Right.
guys that are on my team. They need to take these files and they need to build them. And I can tell you right now, you might be shocked here.
It's at least.
It's at least 40 hours. Okay? At least. Okay?
And do they make around the same money as the designer?
Hold on a second. Let's continue the next point.
Right.
40 hours, and that's being generous. I can tell you right now, depending on who's building it, depending on the complexity of the design, it can be double. It can be more, okay? We did one, a big site, 200 hours it took, okay, to build. Now, it's not a 10-page site, whatever, but it's labor intensive. I want you to understand, we're custom coding the designs into WordPress. This is not snapping the fingers and AI and it's done automatically. That's all nonsense, okay? 40 hours. What do you think a world-class developer with great experience, 10 plus years should be? You know, how much should this cost? You come up with it. I don't know.
was still at 150.
You think that much?
I don't know how much they get paid.
Okay, you think it's $150.
An hour.
An hour, of course. Yeah. So again, I want to make sure I'm not going to miscalculate here. 40 times 150, that's $6,000, okay, for the development side of it. This is high retail pricing, okay?
Right.
I'm going to turn over this development site for you, and I guarantee you're going to have comments, okay?
Right.
Although you approved Figma, okay,
Yeah.
you gave me an okay. Kenneth, you told me it was perfect. And I went and it's a copy in WordPress. But
We made exactly what you wanted
But
to
guess
after
what?
all your comments.
It's all good. You're going to have
You're
comments.
still going to have.
It's going to take 5 hours, 6 hours, something like that to QA the thing at the same number. You gave 150.
For the guy to touch it up.
Yeah. What is that? 750?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's do the numbers. 4,200. This is 10,2, 10,6. Let's just call it 11,000. Okay, is the numbers you came up with that this thing should
Wow, I
cost.
got a deal.
So I would tell you that today, if somebody came to me and said, Alex, I've got a 10-page website that I want designed professionally, I would say my fee, you go to my website right now, it's $5,000. Okay.
Amazing.
And
it's doing all this.
yeah, I'm doing all these points. And look, pricing is, I'm doing the best I can to provide the most value that I can.
Right.
Period. This number, this 5 may change tomorrow. It might be less, it might be more. I'm working the best that I possibly can. But I just want you to understand what goes into this. This is not.
Well, my third cousin twice removed makes websites for cheaper.
Okay, well, if you don't see the value in this and the
But I
custom nature,
can't reach him after it's built.
and it's in some language that you can't change,
Oh, yeah.
or it's in a platform that maybe isn't
He
really.
keeps asking me for my credit card for other things. I'm not sure. Yeah, I get it.
I've wanted to do this for a while and just say, look,
Listen.
this is what it really takes
Right.
generally to do. And if you don't do it this way, I fear you're going to have an inferior product.
Definitely.
Because what's the alternative? Directly to WordPress? Let's just go through this. If you go direct to WordPress with a designer, let's say a front-end designer in WordPress, there's a terrible risk of you not being happy with the result. Maybe they're going to buy a template and it's not going to be perfect and they can't change all
They're
the
going to buy a
things.
template that never gets updated.
Correct.
It's not mobile friendly.
And
Everything looks horrible when it goes to mobile.
Yeah. And look, you might get lucky and hire a great freelancer, okay? And if you do, bless you, you're lucky, keep them forever. And if they charge a few bucks less than what I would and you're satisfied,
Hey,
thank God.
Yes.
Okay?
You
But
did a good job. Good job.
the point
But-
I'm making is that generally that's not going to be the outcome from this.
Right.
And if you see the value and understand the process the way that it should go here, this is the right way to do it. This
your
is
website
scalable.
is your baby. I mean,
Correct.
you want to do everything to make sure that these 4 components are taken care of. And I guarantee you do not get that when you're.
And again, oversimplification,
Yeah.
but just a general example of what it takes in order to do it.
Just another example of you pay for the cheaper chicken and you choke on the bone, or you buy the filet mignon and the results are going to be in your favor. You're going to get the best of the best in life. We get what we pay for.
This is the reality
That's the reality.
to do it right.
Yeah, and it makes me feel like I got a deal. Thanks for my great deals on my website.
Absolutely.
because you didn't make me pay that much.
Thank you. Thank
but
you.
I can see it costs you a lot of money, and
Yeah, I appreciate that.
yeah, it was well worth it. I'll
Thank
tell
you.
you that much. I don't wake up in the middle of the night wondering why I chose
Yeah. Thank you.
company.
Thank you.